What is up, guys? Hey, how you doing? So this is lesson 5-6A, Oklahoma Essential Standards. So this is just for Oklahoma standards. These are Venn diagrams. No, this is not ELA class. This is math class. So what we're going to be looking at today is utilizing Venn diagrams to help us classify specific numbers into groups. Okay, and so we're going to have really essentially 4 groups that we're going to deal with today. All right, so let's kind of just jump right into it. So I have a Venn diagram here. This A side is even numbers, B side is greater than 50, okay? And so what I'm trying to do is I'm trying to classify all of these numbers into a specific group, okay? So I'm trying to categorize them and organize them into a specific group. So if I have an even number, okay, it will go over here. If it's greater than 50, it goes over here. And then if I have similarities right here. So if it's specifically, okay, things that only apply to being even numbers, it goes right in here. But you might be saying, Mr. Collins, what about C? Those are even numbers. We're going to get to that in a minute. So A only has even numbers. So things that only apply to being even numbers. Well, in this case, B says things that only apply to being greater than 50. Okay, so it's greater than 50. Okay, but what do you notice? These are even numbers that are lower than 50, and these are numbers that are greater than 50, but they're not what? They're not even. So these are all the numbers that are larger than 50, but they're not even. These are all the numbers that are even, but they're less than 50. Okay, so specifically, these are even numbers that are less than 50. These are greater numbers that are not even. Now, we come to C. This only applies to being both part of A and B. So all of these numbers are even numbers, and all of these numbers are greater than 50. So this is like a difference, similarity. Okay, this is what A and B share in this column right here, okay, in this overlap. So 58 is an even number and it's greater than 50. 64, even number, greater than 50. 82, even number, greater than 50. Okay, so even numbers in A are even numbers that are lower than 50. B, greater than 50 numbers that are not even, so 63, 75, 99, 81. C is even numbers that are greater than 50, 58, 64, 82. Now we come to D, which is over here. Things that don't apply to neither A nor B, okay? So these things do not apply to either A nor B. So 5. Well, 5 can't come in here because it's not an even number and it's not greater than 50. So 5 would come out here into the rectangle. 15 is the same thing. It's not an even number and it's not greater than 50. 41, it's an even number, but it's not greater than 50. It's not an even number. 37 is not an even number and it's not greater than 50. 29 is not an even number and not greater than 50. So anything out here in the outside has nothing to do with these two circles, okay? Has nothing to do with these two circles. So if it's on the outside, that means it doesn't apply to rule A or rule B, okay? So let's kind of look at your lesson for today. All right, so this is your math message for today. You actually have 3 sheets to do. The first one is Venn diagrams. The second one deals with Venn diagrams. And then the third one is actually a, I believe it's multiplication, U.S. traditional multiplication with that one. All right, so let's look at the first one. What I've done is I've actually, you might be able to see this, but I've kind of just blown it up a little bit so it's easier to read on the page. So we're going to do a couple of these together. I'm just going to pick and choose which ones we do. So let's look at number 1. It says, which numbers are factors of 20 but are not factors of 30? Well, before I even start reading my questions, I want to look at my Venn diagram. So the label for this Venn diagram is factors of 20 and 30. Okay. So in my A group, we have just the factors of 20. Then in the B group, we have the factors of 30, which are in this group. And then in between are the factors that both 20 and 30 share. Okay. So the factors of 20, 20, 4, 1, 2, 10, 5. Those are all the factors of 20. The factors of 30 are 1, 2, 5, 3, 6, 10, 15, 30. Okay? But specifically, the factors of 20 are 20 and 4. Those are the only ones that 20 holds by itself. The factors of 30, 3, 6, 15, 30. Those are the only factors that 30 has that have nothing to do with the factors of 20. But they both share 1, 2, 5, and 10. Okay, so let's look at number 1 again. Which numbers are factors of 20 but are not factors of 30? So we can't share them. So the only factors of 20 that do not share with 30 are 20 and 4. Okay, so I have 20 and 4. All right, so then let's skip number 2. Okay, 3, list the factors of 30. So I got to list all the factors of 30. Now, some of you are like, oh, just everything in this box. Well, that's not all the factors of 30. Remember, these in between share between 20 and 30. So I have to do both. So I like to start from the bottom number and go all the way up, the lowest number all the way up. So 1, 2, 3, 5, 6, 10, 15, and 30. All right. Okay, so those are all the factors of 30 because these, like I said, share. So 1, 2, 3, 5, 6, 10, 15, and 30. All right. All right, so I've done that one. Let's look at number 5. We'll do a couple of these. Miss Berry teaches math and science. The Venn diagram below shows the number of students in her classes. Okay, so we have Miss Berry's students. She teaches a math class and a science class, all right? So math class, 21 students. Science class, 19 students. And in between both of those classes, 5 students share that teacher, okay? So 5 students go to both classes. Only 21 students go to math. Only 19 go to science, but 5 of those share, okay, both classes. So how many students are in Miss Berry's math class? Well, we have 21, okay? So we have 21, but we also have what? 5 more. So we have 26, okay? 26 students. How many students are in her science class? Okay, well, we have 19 plus 5 more. Okay, so we have 24 students. All right. How many students have Miss Berry for both math and science? Well, have her for both math and science. Only 5 students. Okay. And then how many students have Miss Berry as a teacher in at least one class? I'll let you guys figure this out right here because this one can be kind of tricky. All right, if you're not very careful. All right, so look at these right here, complete this page, and then the next page is very similar to that, Venn diagrams, and then you have a multiplication page. All right, if you have any questions, reach out to your teacher and they should be able to help you. All right, good luck, guys. Bye.